Well, you know, when we have kids, I was saying that to Venetia, we have, you know, we have hybrids. So they come out smarter and they are able to attack you even bigger.
Definitely be smarter than
Okay, so are you ready?
always.
So can we light up the call right now officially?
Absolutely. I'm ready to do it.
All right, all right, all right. So, good morning and good afternoon and good evening, ladies and gentlemen, wherever you are around the world. It's my greatest honor and pleasure to be here this evening with our CEO, our founder, the architect of our company, and also the architect of also the forensic networker. He's the gentleman that is allowing us to go to our dreams and our goals almost like a crystal ball, and he has designed a pathway that we can get there. So I'm really honored every time on this call to introduce him. He has been someone in the field, so he has his feet dirty, his hands dirty. 27 years in the industry, the visionary behind the philosophy that we believe in of Opulence Global. And he is a passionate man, and I see the passion in his family life. I see the way he hugs his son. I see the way he talks about his children, and also the way he actually mingles with us as a CEO. Ramin, I want to say one of the things I love about you the most is your humbleness. You know, the humble way in which you move with everyone. And you know, you remind me of Jesus when he says, "You do not try to damage a broken reed." You know, you watch everywhere you step to make sure that everyone is taken care of. And I love the way you lead. I love your example, and I love your passion. And you have a really big heart. And it gives me a great pleasure to introduce you to the entire world and to our Opulence Global family. This is our CEO, Ramin Masgalo.
Wow, thank you so much. I'm telling you, you've become a grand champion of our hosts. And we got to get you to do one of these calls as a host. And because it's very, no, I'm serious about this because we're in an MLM business, we're in a leadership business. We got to lead, we got to guide. You know, in the old days when I was building an MLM business, there was no internet. Those are pre-internet days. So we drove a lot. We used a cell phone with $2.50, $2 and $3 and $7 a minute, long distance charges. And if we did a training on the phone, it cost us $200. Now it's free. And now, of course, we did a lot of driving, right? We did a lot of driving. And so we had our measuring stick on how successful you're going to become was based on skunks. That's right, skunks. We say, how much money are you gonna? Am I gonna make it in this? Well, I don't know how many skunks you're gonna hit. They're like, what? Really meant is that, you know, it all comes down to how much kilometers, the expansion, and how much how many homes you're gonna visit, how many cities you're gonna visit. You know, in the old days, you go on the highway, start driving, right? Of course, anything within 4 or 5 hours was a weekly trip. And we do a lot of driving like that. You're gonna hit skunks, you're gonna hit other animals. So the measuring stick was, you know, oh yeah, I've hit more skunks than you have. That's the difference between me and you. More skunks than you did. So these days, you don't have to hit skunks, but you have to know how to operate, you know, little technology like Zoom and stuff like that. And you're doing it so well, and being able to become a great storyteller. So you learn some basic skills of handling technology. Well, that's about 38 seconds. And it becomes some basic skills of being able to become a storyteller. And to be a storyteller is a little bit more work because you have to be able to deliver passion and energy and not data.
Yeah.
So when you talk, use natural. So somebody like you come out, you're so good at it. For the rest of us, we need to maybe work about it a little bit. And it truly comes down to, if you are part of the forensic system, and I say, well, you were in 100%, not 99, 100%, it's not that hard, right? You understand you're shy and stuff like this, and you don't have to be as good as Arthur, but you just have to come out, know to press a couple of buttons, and do a proper identification, and your job is done. And when you do that over and over and over and over again, now all of a sudden, you're going to find the CEO of the company says, damn, you're good. and now you're gonna have your own course going soon. So at the end of the day, this is what it's all about, and so I want to congratulate you for that. Today,
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
today, somebody said to me, actually, I was doing a live this morning with Middle East on my forensic. I got this massive forensic following in the Middle East, and they had about 400 lines on, and it seems like every week I'm getting a call to do an interview for the Middle East. The Forensic Network is the biggest thing down there. And so I decided to give this interview to this company, and they had like, you know, that's 400 lines on. They had groups of 180, 200 people there, and they're asking a lot of questions and so forth. And one of the questions was, how do you know how do you prospect the right way? In other words, who do you prospect, right? How do I know who to prospect? That's the question that came out. And I started to talk about that. And, you know, we have a lot of answers for that. But I guess the ultimate answer would be, you want to, because you can talk to people who need it, and generally that's what we do. Sometimes we call them friends or family, right? We're getting a lot of background noise coming in. Maybe you can, okay. So we have a lot of, the proper answer is, you know, go after people who want it, not people who need it, right? Because a lot of time we go after people who need it, and those are people who need it the most, but they don't want it the most, right? And sometimes we call friends and family because we know that they need it, so we constantly try to drag them. But you know, the hit ratio on that is low because you want it more than they do. So you want to go after the people who want it, the lookers, people, you know, for looking at something. Somebody says, well, how do I know somebody wants it? How do I know somebody's a looker? How do I know someone wants my product? How do I know someone wants my business? See, that's the issue, where we don't need to look at people who are looking at our products. Or we don't need, that's not necessarily, that's part of it, but we don't necessarily need to look at people looking for our opportunity. Not necessarily. Of course, we're going to offer our products. Of course, we're going to offer our opportunity, but not necessarily. We can utilize, we can expand our basket so much more by thinking differently. So you shouldn't look at your prospect as a cash machine. You should look at your prospect as somebody who's going to make you money. You shouldn't look at your prospect. They may, but that's not the only purpose. And if you're doing that, you're shrinking your opportunities to to very small area. What you're looking for, somebody's looking, okay, for maybe sharing ideas. So I won't give you a script. Maybe you're looking for someone that maybe you're looking for someone who's a looker for sharing ideas, a looker for getting some profits, not joining, getting some profits, looker for helping others. There's a lot of people looking to help. You want to get someone's attention, ask someone for help. People love helping. So when he calls and says, I need your help, vast majority of people would say, what do you need done, right? You know, you can ask 100 people, you know, would you like some profits? I don't think anybody says no to a profit. But if you say, would you like a business, they may say no. You like to buy some products, they may say no. We ask you, would you like some profit? Nobody says no to profits, right? Everyone wants profits. You ask for some people and said, look, I love some of your ideas. Who says no to that? Nobody says no to that. People love sharing their ideas. You know, people love hearing their own voice and helping other people, right? Ask someone, and listen, do you probably know a lot of people. Most people say, I do. Would you share some of those contacts with me? Again, part of the script, and you're going to say, yeah, okay, what do you need, right? People, again, it's part of how, it's part of the helping part. You know, maybe somebody's not looking for business, maybe they're not looking to buy product, but they're looking for a health solution. You see, it's two different things. You're selling a product, right? Now, if you're doing it right, you're actually not selling a product. If you're not right, you're actually selling a solution. Remember, people don't buy products, they buy solutions, right? People don't want opportunity, they want money. They want what the opportunity brings. People don't want products, they want solutions. It's like the people who want to buy a 1/4-inch drill bit didn't want a drill bit, they want a 1/4-inch hole. So they bought the drill bit to create the hole. So, right, so solution is what people are looking for. Maybe someone's a looker for building relationships. A lot of people want to do that for many reasons. Maybe they have their own business, their own product, someone they're trying to connect with, right? Maybe someone is a looker, wants your referral. You know, how many real estate agents do you know? How many insurance agents do you know? Maybe somebody wants to meet with you. He's looking for people who can give them referral. So again, when you're looking at your candidates, don't narrow it down to only the products that you sell or the opportunity. At the end of the day, nobody who's looking for those two things, but looking for those two things can provide, which is a solution, right? It's a solution. So when you, we seem to be talking a lot about prospecting because people tend to ask me that question during the course of a week, and I say, you know what, it's something that I want to share with them, I want to share with you as well. So say, for example, a part of the script that I share with in Academy One or in the Opulence Prosperity book, The Perfect Launch, is that my favorite the script to someone is, hey, I'm bringing a new product to this marketplace. Whether that marketplace, your neighborhood, your city, your country, whatever it is, bring a new product. So if I talk to somebody I don't even know very well, it could be a warm market, but it doesn't even have to be. I would say, Arthur, you know what, we met at this seminar, or Arthur, I understand you're in the insurance business. You know what, hey, my name is so-and-so, I'm bringing new opportunity in practice marketplace. I wonder if you and I can meet and help each other out. Help each other out. Yeah, right? Help each other out. So, you know, and so what's okay, what do you do? Well, we help a lot of people with health or financially, and we make tons of money doing it. I'm willing to share some of the profits with you. You know, can we connect and have a conversation? See, again, I didn't ask them to join. What I said is that here's what we do, make a ton of money doing it. Notice what I said, we make a ton of money doing it, right? People love things that make a ton of money, right? And I'm willing to share some of the profits with you. You know, can we connect and help each other out? Again, help each other out. So he's thinking, I can help you. Maybe you can help me. Maybe he's selling something. Maybe he's an insurance. Maybe he's got a paving company. Whatever he does, right? You all of a sudden, you're utilizing into stuff. There's a big difference here. Instead of saying, here, I want to recruit you into my deal, now you're saying, hey, can we help each other out? Have an opportunity. Hey, Arthur, I'm bringing you opportunity to this marketplace. Let's meet and see how we can help each other out. But what do? We help a lot of people with health and financially, and we make a ton of money doing it. You know what? Let's connect with you, and you know, maybe if you know some people there, and then what I will do is I'll share some of the profit with you, right? So again, it's about simply connecting, helping each other out. You know, at the end of the day, what is their investment? Names. That's it. You're not asking for their time. You're not asking for their money. You're asking for names, right? So at the end of the day, what's happening is that you're coming in there with an opportunity. They recommend a bunch of people. And I said to look, let's just recommend everybody you know, whoever you know. Maybe we all know people. You and I are healthy right now, but we all know people that run into some health problems. Or we all know people that have been bothered by condition. I tell you what, just recommend them to me. And every time I make a sale, I'll throw some of the profits at you. I'll share some of the profit. I'll direct some of that profit with you. Okay? So again, it's a different, you're broadening your scope of prospecting to a whole bunch of things now. See, a lot of people, remember, the name of the game in prospecting is the appointments, right? It's the appointment. That's where the tour gets done. It's the appointment. And we know once people take a look and get at this business, they're at this product, you know you're going to have a sale, or one of three things will happen, right? They either become a partner, they either become a customer, or they're not interested. 2 of the 3 are positive. But even the one who's not interested, I can tell you, vast majority of the ones who are not interested, they're still willing to accept your profit. Guaranteed. No one's going to say, you have to be a real sunblock to say, no, don't begin, I don't want your money. Right? That means, so there's rarely you're going to find people like that. So even the 1/3 that says that they're not interested, I can guarantee you, vast majority of them are willing to share ideas with you, right? They'll tell you what they're doing. You tell them what they're doing. You're gonna say, "Why don't you go here? Why don't you here?" That creates a bond and like and trust. Next, you know, they go home with a bottle. They go home with a bottle. Now, I don't know if Reza released that video on the weekend. I had a group that came in, a gentleman that came in to pave my driveway. It's a new property, so he came to pave my driveway. And he came there, and he's looking at it, and then we start to talk. He says, well, let me ask you a question. It's a beautiful place here. What do you do for a living? I said, well, I'm in health, beauty, and fashion business. And he said, oh, yeah, do you have a store? I said, no. We go, well, courtesy, we work through independent agents. Immediately, this is kind of rare, immediately said, oh, is this MLM? I said, of course it is. Of course it is. He said, oh, okay. I said, why? Are you part of one? He said, no, I used to be part of Amway years ago, whatever it was. So we started having a conversation. He says, I said, well, what did he say? I started talking about the Fountain of Life. He says his wife is recovering from chemotherapy. He had cancer in his liver or somewhere in there. So can that help? I said, look, cancer is a big word, but I can tell you one testimony we heard a lot is that people who are recovering from it at least become pain-free. We know that even people who passed while they were on our product, they were in peace. So he says, look, I want to try. He came in, and I made a little video, actually. He bought 3 bottles right away, and then he shows on video what he's hoping to get out of this. My point is that, you know, we're sharing ideas. He's sharing his paving. I shared my business. He went home with 3 bottles. So at that point, you can do that with everybody, with every tradesperson that you have. You know, doesn't matter if they're interested in your business or in your opportunity or your product. I can tell you the vast majority of people, if you do this right, with the like and trust, they're willing to share their contacts with you. Of course, once this gentleman bought the 3 bottles, the conversation grew. And then he says, well, you know what, I'm really, really busy, but I do know some people that I can pass to this. And of course, Reza was there. He says, hey, throw them at me. I'll throw some of the profits at you, right? So at the end of the day, this is how it goes. I did not try to recruit him. We shared some ideas and turned it into a sale. And every time, remember, the drill bit idea, people don't want a drill bit. They want the hole that the drill bit creates, right? So when I talk to somebody, it's not about selling them a product or selling them an opportunity. I find out what the problem is. I provide them a solution. We talked about this in the previous forensic call. Give them the solution. Ask, how do you get the solution? How do you know what they want? Ask questions. You ask questions. The last time I shared with you the gas station attendant, right? He didn't like working late night hours. I said, well, if you make the same money and you didn't have to work late night hours, we'll just do work here. He said, no, right? So again, look what questions that they have, provide the solution. I think everybody, maybe people, not everybody is looking to buy a health product, but everybody is looking for a health solution, either for themselves or for somebody else. So it's the approach. It's the approach that comes in. In this particular case, this gentleman, guess what? He probably could use a product himself. He didn't think he did, but he probably does. You know, but certainly in the conversation, he knew his wife. The wife needed these 3 products. Of course, now, he would have taken 1 bottle if that's all recommended to him. You see, the minute he says, okay, how much is that? Say $65 in Canada. He says, okay, so how do you take it? I said, for 3 months. And he says, okay, how much? So I open the bottle, shot 10 drops in his mouth. That's how you do it. He said, how do you take it? He said, I'll show you. Open your mouth. 10 drops, hold it there. Now, he didn't keep it there for a minute or so, but, you know, he got it. He picked up. Now, had I recommended 1 bottle, guess what he would go home with? 1 bottle. So again, how do you turn a sale into a 3 sales? Simple, recommendation. See, your customers or people look at your guidance. You know, people always say they're afraid to ask people to go LA, yet they did LA themselves. That doesn't make any sense to me. You did it. If it's good for you, recommend it to them. Oh, I didn't know they have any money. Well, it's not your job to know. Your job is to recommend what's best for them. Let them figure that part out, right? So if I recommend the 3 bottles, that's what he would take. He'll take my direction. I have scripts for this in forensic as well. One of them is, he'll say, okay, so how do most people start? Well, let me tell you, here's how I started. I started in LA, and most people in our company start in LA. Here is why. Third-party credibility. A, if it's good enough for you, it's good enough for your team, automatically herd mentality, okay, it's good enough for them. So tell me about your product. It's a 90-day program. Get on it. There's a satisfaction guarantee. Open your mouth, 10 drops. That's it. Simple to take. They follow your recommendation. Again, going back, when you're prospecting, of course, some become partners. Remember, some become customers. Right? Some, they're not interested, but we're talking strictly right now on the people who are not even interested. Forget about the first 2 scenarios, right? People who are not even interested. In the scenario I give you this with this man at my house, the paving company, he was interested in becoming a customer right away, maybe more, because the conversation grew into him knowing lots of people, sharing ideas, right? Now he's thinking, but even the people who are not interested, you know, maybe in buying your product or begin your business, again, we talked about, they're interested in profits, they're interested in sharing their ideas, they're interested in helping others, whether it's helping you or helping other people. They're interested in sharing contacts. A lot of people, you know, how many times people ask you, do you know someone, and you knew someone, and you give them the recommendation? How many times? It happens all the time. And why is this so different for your business? You do for other people's business. Why is it so different for your business? Ask for recommendations. Ask for referrals. And sometimes people are not looking for a product, but they're looking to build a relationship. And the relationship is with you. Sometimes people are social people. In forensic, becomes a social club. They just want to meet people, build friendships and relationships. So you want to broaden that whole scope of prospecting from selling a product or selling an opportunity to a whole bunch of different things. Friendship is a main one. A lot of times people, you know, they just want to meet people. So when they call someone, hey, let's see how we can help each other, right? And you're telling them what you're trying to do. A lot of times, the way you build like and trust, it might not turn into a sale, it may turn into a friendship. And what's wrong with that? We used to say in MLM, you want to make $1 million, make $1 million friends. You want to make $1 million, make 1 million friends. That's how this foundation of this business works, right? The foundation of this business, that's how it works. So part of the prospecting, again, the key element of that is that you ask questions. What do you like about your job? Or what you don't like about your job? You know, the other day somebody says, well, I don't like keep selling. I don't like my car sales. I have to keep selling. What do you think my reaction is? If you can make the same money and you don't have to keep selling over and over again, and what if you could make a sale one time, get paid forever, would that interest you? Right? Would you still do this? So if they don't like keep selling, well, give them a solution. How about you sold only once and you got paid over and over? Would that be a solution to you, right? So it's not saying I need more money, okay? But if it showed you a way to get far more money than the time that you put in, would that interest you? Because most people have a job, right? They go to the job, they put in the 8 hours, 10 hours, 12, whatever that is, but they're exchanging time for money. And they still need more money. So what if I could show you a way you can make a lot more money than the time you put in? Would that interest you? If you put in the same amount of hours and made more money, would that interest you? Again, people are not looking for a job, they're looking for the solution. What the job can provide, which is money, right? Money. So focus always on the solution. All right, so just to close this conversation, I want you guys to jump all over this, is that, I mean, there's all kinds of scripts in the prosperity book, The Perfect Launch. It's in Academy 1 if you've been there. But, you know, the very easy one is, hey, I'm bringing a new product. to this marketplace, to this country, that's helped hundreds of thousands of people, 100+ countries. Again, you and I, Arthur, we're healthy, but we always run into people who are bothered with some condition, maybe they run into trouble with health. Hey, tell you what, I want to come over, I'm going to give a few brochures, I dump 10 drops in your mouth, and now you know what it is. I tell you what, the next time you run into somebody like that, you give them my brochure, you say, my buddy Ramin is selling this product, it's got 100% money back guarantee, and every time I make a sale, guess what? I'm going to throw some of the profits at you. And let me tell you something, Arthur. Let me tell you something. When people try this product, it's a guaranteed sale over and over and over. And guess what? That's a lot of money for me. It's going to make me a ton of money. And every time I make money on this, every time I make a sale, because repeat sale, so I'm just going to throw some of that profits at you. Does it sound good? How about Wednesday morning? I'm coming with some brochures, and I'm going to dump 10 drops in your mouth. You don't have to say it the way I say it, right? Say it your way. But, I'm just letting you know, it doesn't have to be fancy. People, I didn't say come and join my business. I didn't say come and buy anything. I said just open your mouth, take 10 drops, give me some names, right? So what's Arthur's investment? Arthur's investments is names and potential to make profits in return. Quite different, isn't it? Okay, now go recruit somebody. Yeah, go ahead.
Ramin, I have an interesting story. I just came out a few minutes ago from doing a home branding party. And interestingly, the downline who invited me, we did a home branding party for him about a few weeks ago. The persons he had at that home branding party only sampled the Fountain of Life. Right. And they actually pulled 15 persons in a room this evening to allow them to sample Fountain of Life because they brag so much about the product. So I went in there, I did a product showcasing for them about Fountain of Life alone. There were 15 persons in the room. All of them sampled. 3 of the elderly women and 1 man and 2 elderly women. I rubbed them down, and immediately after 2 bottles were sold, two of them wanted a bottle, and then the gentleman, the downline, he got 15 names for potential persons who want to buy bottles. And also we are having the tour on Thursday, and a few of them are interested in coming to see how they can be healthy and wealthy at the same time. And that's all because of just what the home branding party had before that. So I'm listening to you, Harry, and it's absolutely, absolutely true. The way that we can actually extend ourselves with this product is just amazing. It's amazing.
You know what? That's excellent. I know you guys do this very well, where you guys are. I know Vern is a master of this. You guys can do your own lessons on this topic of referral and those things, building relationships. But you know what? I'm sure there's other people on this line. Put your hand up if you were a referral yourself, or you had someone referred someone to you, whether it's a customer, whether it's a partner, whether you build a good relationship the way I described it. Maybe somebody give you leads, maybe someone, you guys exchange services. Put your hand up. I want you to share that with me right now.
Actually, Anil just said that he's a referral. So, and many persons are referrals. So guys, just raise your hand up so we can actually unmute you, and would love to hear from you. Okay, so here comes the hands. Let's see who we have here. Isaiah, no, not Isaiah. I4I, is that the word? You're unmuted, I4I. I hope I'm saying that right. You're unmuted, go right ahead.
Hello, Arthur. Hi, Ramin. It's Ifra from Ottawa.
Ifra! Ifra, you can beat him up later when you see him.
Yes, I'll get him at the cruise.
Oh, yeah.
All right. When you were talking about, Ramin, about throwing the money back at you, that really spoke to me, because when I initially started this business, I remember I went to Toronto for a long weekend. It was back in July last year, and I did a a taste and test party at my sister-in-law's home. So I told her, can you gather some of your friends so I can share the product, and hopefully they're interested in the business, I can share with them. And she goes, yes. So she invited 10 people. Each lady bought a bottle from me. And at the end of the night, when her guests left, I gave her a bottle. And she goes, what is this? I said to her, well, you helped me sell 10 bottles, so you got 10% of every woman what she bought. So this is yours. 2 weeks later, that woman joined, and now she's one of my powerful leaders on my team.
Efra, you should have done this. You should have been doing this training. Hey, listen, team. Efra's and another group did some amazing work in UK. The next major event after Philippines, the first was Singapore, then Philippines, is going to be UK, happening on the 17th of August. So this young lady is a star of all over Canada, building UK. Anyone can do that. So congratulations for that, Efra.